Hello, welcome to TOA. My name is Michael Ronen. I'm founder of Splash, and I'm here interviewing Benny Arbel, who is the founder of Inception, a really exciting VR startup from Israel. And we are here to talk about VR storytelling. So Benny.
Hi.
I have to ask you, how is your experience at TOA so far?
It's been great. It's really interesting, different disciplines, different types of people. I've been in a lot of conferences over the last year or two where people are trying to be cool.
Yeah.
This one is genuinely cool.
Yeah, I mean, when have you ever been interviewed in a UFO?
Exactly.
That is...
And a rock band and a massage and yeah, I love it all.
So you had a long way as the founder. How did you come to Inception? What was the...
So I've created a bunch of startups over the last 20 years in different areas, from mobile content to programmatic advertising, social investing, even cyber. And in all of the startups I got excited because it was technologically we're ahead of the curve, and because I felt like there was a big business opportunity. Wasn't always right, mind you. But when I saw VR for the first time, it wasn't just excitement, it wasn't just another project, it was very emotional reaction. I realized that this is not the next medium, it's the last medium where people can tell their stories.
And how do you expect that it will change in the next 2 years, the market reception for this new medium?
I think first on a bunch of levels. So first, devices. The devices today suck. It's either the high-end devices, the Oculus and the HTC, which are expensive and require tethering to a gaming PC, and they're very cumbersome. Or it's mobile phones, connected into a separate device, which isn't a great experience, and also kind of expensive because you need the high-end phones. The next generation of devices, and every 6 months new devices will come out, are going to look more like the Google glasses. So it's going to be a sunglasses type of device, and that would give a much better experiences. Of course, 10 years from now, it may be just a lens inside your eyes. So that's the devices, the consumer devices. Then there's the capturing devices. Capturing devices today are still, it's in infancy. Most people are using bespoke rigs that they're creating for existing cameras. Stitching is hard, post-production is very difficult. There's a generation of cameras coming out now, both from consumers, prosumers, and professional cameras, that provide a much better experience. All the issues that we deal with today, from lighting, working in lighting, low light conditions, to storage and memory, will, the next generation of devices are going to start addressing it and overcoming these obstacles, so the storytelling will be better. And today the equipment is catching up with the storytelling.
Catching up. So as the first pioneer in this field, what's your personal wish for your company to be in, let's say, 2 years? Where do you see it heading?
The inspiration that we're getting is from companies like HBO, Netflix, Vice, which is the next generation of content, Fremantle, that invented a lot of formats. So 20 years ago, somebody pictured a bunch of people in the Netherlands fighting with each other in a house. And then he said, maybe it's not just for the Netherlands, maybe it's something that I should sell globally. So we are creating formats for VR, something that can be scalable, can be repeatable. And there's a bunch of advantages in this. There's a bunch of benefits. First, as creators, we get to iterate and improve the experience from one episode to another. For the consumer, they get a very consistent approach. They know that when they come to watch a museum or watch a concert, there's certain rules that we will always keep. And then for brands that will sponsor some of these experiences over the next 2 years until consumers are enough to actually start funding this, they are expecting a consistent flow of consistent content that they can fund. So the combination of all of these things, is where I want to see us a couple of years from now.
And where do you foresee would be the most exciting, engaging format? What do you think at the moment where to do the...
My personal bet is on music. I think music is a very emotional, obviously, format. Music, even raw music, or particularly raw music, as a way to get, through our veins and into our hearts. And VR is a lot about emotions. It's about, when you're somewhere else. It's not just about video in 360 and 3D. VR is being somewhere else. When it works well, your consciousness is the medium. So when you're somewhere else, it's all about the emotions that you're feeling. You're there with the characters, you're inside the story, you're experiencing the reality the way they've experienced it firsthand. and the result is very emotional. So music has a good shot at providing this.
Amazing. So first I wish you a great time here at Tech Open Air. I mean, you just came, so there's many more things to explore.
Absolutely.
I've been here in the last 5 years, and it's been a really interesting learning curve, and also I think the ecosystem is really exciting and developing. So thanks for joining us at TOA 2016, and hope to see you again, maybe in Israel.
Thanks
also
for having me,
right?
absolutely.
Awesome.
TOA Israel, yes, that's a great idea.
And what about TOA in Tel Aviv? Let's talk about it.